My dear students, today we have three important topics. One is human physiology, the other is diseases, and the third, that is biofuel. Now all these three topics are highly essential because we are discussing biological sciences. In biological sciences, we discussed different dimensions of biology, and today we are discussing three more topics which are concerned with human physiology, diseases, epidemics, and biofuel. These three topics are related to biology, biological sciences. This is the last lecture on biological sciences. We have covered so far physical sciences and biological sciences. In physical sciences, we discussed astronomy and products and galaxies and stars and things which are physical, not biological. For example, a star, for example, sun we study, or moon we study, or earth we study. So these are non-biological and these are physical. A star is a physical thing. There is no life in star. There may be life on the star, or there may be life on the planet. This is one of the important human curiosity, that whether life is only on this planet, the earth, or life is also possible somewhere else. You might have studied that recently in India, they landed their artificial satellite on the artificial machine on the moon. So it was the southern pole of the moon. Why the southern pole of the moon is important? Because there are traces of life, there are traces of some water or some other things. So people think that maybe there is life on the southern pole of the moon. But so far we don't have any evidence. The same case is also with Mars. They see that there are some green or blue or some other signs of life on Mars, and they are now exploring the possibilities that how can we go to Mars and we study Mars in detail, maybe there is life. However, so far we do not have any concrete evidence that there is life on other planets or stars except Earth. Now on Earth we have both physical and non-physical stuff. We have living things and we have non-living things. We have organic and inorganic things. So that's why we have to differentiate between physical sciences and biological sciences. If you go through the syllabus of GSA, General Science and Ability, so there you find the first topic is physical science and the second topic is biological science. So in today's lecture, we are finishing biological sciences. In today's topic, the first one that we have, that is human physiology. Now physiology is the study of human functions. And for examination point of view, you have to study a little morphology also, but mostly you have to focus on the physiology. For example, we have human physiology, which is made of our digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, nervous system. All these are parts of the human physiology. Human physiology covers all these areas. So you have to be more interested from exam point of view that what is the function of stomach in place of what is the structure of stomach. Structure of stomach, that is more complicated, and for that you need anatomy and you need morphology and you need the structure and x-rays and ultrasounds and a lot of operations and surgery, and you have to study a dead body, that how is the stomach, which part of the stomach is doing what. So that is a very professional study. If you see your GSA syllabus, so it is very easily and simply written a brief introduction or briefly covering the human physiology. So I have given you notes in that they have defined what is human physiology, and they have given you different areas and different systems of human physiology. I have given you two examples. One is digestion and the other is polio, as two examples where you have to go into details. For example, I have given you the details of digestion, but I have not given you the details of respiration, circulation, or other important functions of human physiology. So for that, I have given you basically introduction and the definitions, but it will become so huge if I give you notes on digestion and also respiration, excretion, and all these areas. So then that will become too large. So you have to Google the other areas. For example, in diseases and epidemics, I have given you only polio in detail. But other diseases like hepatitis and others, you have to give the details. We have Dr. Imran Khan with us, so I will request him that he can deliver some more lectures on human physiology, diseases in the NCF 2, so that we understand that how this happens. Now, for example, we eat something. So when we eat, it goes to our mouth. So mouth is the first organ where digestion starts. We have saliva. So saliva, it helps in digestion. Then physically, we also use the teeth, and it crushes the food, and now it is more digestible as compared to the rough or the cooked food. So it goes to our mouth. Then from mouth it goes through esophagus, and from esophagus it goes to stomach, and then from stomach it goes to small intestine, large intestine, and then excretory system through rectum and all these areas. So this is human physiology, that what happens to food, how food is digested, how food is assimilated, how the energy is then circulated through all parts of our body. So this study is called human physiology. Then we come to diseases and epidemics. A human being or an individual, an animal, can become ill, sick. I can have fever, or I can have some temperature, I can have some problem, hepatitis or polio or any disease. So that is individual. When it becomes epidemic, when it spreads to a larger population, then it becomes, if it becomes very large population, then that is called epidemic. And if it is within a particular locality, then that is called endemic. Then endemic. So endemic and pandemic. For example, COVID-19, that was pandemic. As your syllabus was designed before COVID-19, COVID-19 is not there in the syllabus, but you have to study COVID-19, the virus, the causes, the prevention, all these things, because this is also expected in the examination hall. So we have individual diseases. What is disease? Disease is physiological and morphological malfunctioning. Malfunctioning. When your stomach is not working, when your intestine is not working, when your brain is not working, when your nose is not working, or there is some problem in the structure of your nose or in the function of your nose, so this phenomenon is called disease. So one individual can be sick or ill or sick, diseased, or you can have a locality, the whole locality, the whole area has problem, disease, and that is called endemic. And if it spreads to many localities, to many cities and countries, then it becomes pandemic. So we have three stages of diseases: disease, individual disease, endemic, and pandemic. So in your course you have pandemics. Polio, it can be a disease to one individual, and it can be in the whole area. Now we have 5 areas of health. there is five areas of health. We have promotive health, preventive health, curative health, we have rehabilitative health, and we have palliative health. So when you prepare your diseases, so you have to keep in mind these five areas of health. Number one is promotive health. Promotive health means that you promote balanced diet, exercise, meditation, and you tell people how to control your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. So that is promotive health. You are promoting good lifestyle, well-being, healthy lifestyle. You are not eating sugar, you are not eating a lot of carbohydrates, and you are doing exercise, you are doing meditation. So this is called promotive health. Now the second stage of health is preventive health, which is both promotive health and preventive health. It is in your course. Balanced diet, that is promotive health. Now vaccines, that is preventive health. Before the disease comes, you prevent it. For example, a healthy child receives a lot of vaccines. Why a healthy child is receiving a lot of vaccines? This is preventive health. Number three is curative. Please make a comment. 5 stages of health. Number one is promotive. Number 2 is preventive. And number 3 is curative. Now curative is that when a medical professional, a surgeon, a doctor, a physician, he or she comes and take care of you by medicines, by injections, by tablets, by surgery. Now promotion, balanced diet, exercise, meditation, these are no more effective. Vaccines and other preventive measures, cleanliness and hygiene, that is not effective. Now you have a real disease. So that real disease should be taken care by a medical professional, and this is called curative health. C-U-R-A-T-I-V-E. Number 3 is rehabilitative health. Rehabilitative is that when an orthopedic surgeon is taking care of you, your broken arm or your leg, there is an accident and you need some rehabilitation, you lost some organ or some serious injury, so then that is called rehabilitative. And finally palliative, P-L-L-I-A-T-I-V-E. Palliative health is that somebody is terminally ill. Terminally ill. Terminally ill means that a person has no cure. He or she has an incurable disease. There is no solution to that disease. So you have to give him or her analgesics, painkillers, strong painkillers, so that his or her final days of life go in a peaceful way. For example, there is a person and he or she is suffering from cancer. Now cancer, some types of cancer, there is no treatment and the person is lying in the bed. So what you do? You go for palliative health. You give to that person strong painkillers so that his or her final days go into peace. Now, euthanasia in some countries it is legal, that instead of palliative health care, you kill that person with his or her consent. When you are sure that there is no cure, there is no treatment of this disease. So there are two possibilities. One is palliative health care and the other is euthanasia. Instead of giving him or her strong antibiotics or these analgesics, painkillers, you just kill the person and the person is gone. So that is euthanasia, and this is legal in some countries. In other countries, this is now under debate. So this is about the public health system. Now we come to the last topic. The last topic is biofuel. Biofuel. We receive fuel inorganically or from the fossils. This is the natural way which we are receiving. Where from the diesel or the petrol in your car comes? It comes from fossils. It comes from the fossils in the rocks and mountains or in the sea. You get your fuel for your car. So that fuel comes from where? From inorganic sources, from non-living sources. You have your solar energy, your chemical energy, your battery. So this comes from the non-living sources. Now recently there is more research that why not biofuel? Why not we get fuel from the biological sources, living sources, not non-living sources. When I was in Brazil, so I was astonished for the first time when I went to a petrol pump and it was written there ethanol. Ethanol. So I asked my friend, what is this? In the petrol pump there was ethanol. So he told me this is biofuel. This is not petrol, this is not diesel, this is not solar energy, this is not chemical battery. This is ethanol and this is biofuel. We crush a lot of sugar cane, so visible. So you crush molasses, which is the sugar cane remnants. Once you extract sugar from the sugar cane, so whatever is remain, that is called, I don't think that is called molasses, there is some other name for that. So when you get those things and you use it for generating energy, so that is called biofuel. Another very famous source is dung. Cow, when cow or other animals, they give dung. So from the dung you can use energy also. From the plants or animals, which are biological entities, when you create energy, so that is called biofuels. So I have given you in today's notes different types of biofuel, and please go through the notes and then you will be able to understand that how human physiology, diseases, pandemics and biofuel works is part of our biological sciences. Dung, D-U-N-G. So that is a gobar, we call it gobar or dung. So from there biofuel can be produced. This is recent phenomenon that we can get energy from the biological sources, not always the non-biological or inorganic sources. So please go through the notes, this is important. So this was my last lecture on biological sciences, and then in next month we will be having another part of your general science. Go through all the notes and lectures and be ready for the monthly test. All the best, good night, take care.